Welcome to Hormones and Heels, where midlife women reclaim their power one bold step at a time.
So download and join the conversation because it's your time to shine.
Welcome to another episode of Hormones and Heels and the start of our September Reset series. There's something about September. It carries that fresh start energy, the kids are back, routines return, and the weather's shifting. And suddenly, it feels like the right moment to pause and reset.
In this first episode, we are focusing on the inner reset. How to fuel your hormones, calm your nervous system, and create rituals that protect your energy. Because in midlife, an inner reset isn't just nice, it's necessary.
And this is only part one. Next week, we'll continue the series with the outer reset, your midlife back to school moment. We'll share the autumn trends every woman needs to know and how to use them to step into September feeling empowered, visible, and confident.
Welcome, Shabrina.
Hi, Sandra. How was your summer? It's been a while since we've recorded.
Yes, we took a break. It was necessary, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. Summer always is a time of hectic schedules. And I felt like for you and I going off in different paths, it was really hard to try and find the time to record.
Yes, and we didn't have time to connect even. Like, it was so hectic.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes, it was so hectic.
So now we are back on track, aren't we?
Yes, we're back on track with lots of great episodes planned that have already been, thought about that we want to bring to the listeners.
Yes, we are so excited about it. But let's keep it secret for now.
Yes.
But talk to me about your holidays.
Yeah, so summer was great. We started off with a family wedding in Portugal, and that was a lot of fun, just meeting family we hadn't seen in so long. And then we traveled around a bit, and then later on in summer, we went to Africa. With my mother-in-law, with my brother-in-law, all their family. It was like a massive family trip. And I don't know if you know this, Sandra, but my father was born in Tanzania, and Omar's mum was born in Tanzania too. So it was this trip to reconnect, see where
you come from.
See where we came from. We saw my mother-in-law's school, her old house. It was amazing.
It must have been emotional.
It was really emotional for her. She hadn't been back, she's been back to Africa, but she hasn't been back to her hometown since she left Africa in the 70s. So for her, just seeing that change and, seeing where she came from and all those beautiful memories of childhood.
I can imagine. Yeah, it must have been a lovely moment to share with your family.
Yeah, it was amazing. And then we did a couple of days safari and, the kids just had the best time. Highly recommend. What about you, Sandra? You completely, here's me talking about my, fun trips. I felt like you were working really hard this summer.
Yes,
something special.
Yes, I did work very hard until mid-August. I was full on. And I was passing as well an exam with the Institute of Functional Medicine that I successfully passed.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my darling.
Yes.
It was
I know that has been something in the making.
Yes.
It's not just something you can study for overnight. You've been working towards this for a while.
Yes, it's been a couple of years. I didn't know if I wanted to go through the certification path, but a couple of months before, I said, let's do it. I studied for many years and why not doing it? So it was quite of a journey juggling between the home, the kids, work, studying.
Yeah.
It was quite of a juggle.
The podcast.
The podcast, of course.
Yes.
So, but at the end of the day, everything worked out amazingly well.
And you passed?
I passed.
Yes.
Successfully passed.
Sandra, I think it's amazing. You have this, you've had your midlife reinvention because you started your career in real estate and now you're like a fully certified functional nutritionist.
Yes, yes. I think I started in my 40s, beginning of my 40s, to really take a turn and get into the health sector.
Aren't you still 40?
Unfortunately not. I passed the bar of the 50s.
So what does the certification mean?
Yeah, so it's the highest credential, recognized credential in functional medicine. So it's highly regarded. The Institute of Functional Medicine is based in the US, so it's quite a very
Prestigious.
and it's a deep dive into like clinical practice and advanced like technical, research-based and last research, should I say, into like nutritional therapy and functional medicine, how to go to the root cause of illness and to tackle what's going on underneath the surface.
So your clients are very lucky then. They're getting,
I hope so.
you know, the next level of functional medicine.
I hope so, yes.
Yes.
I hope so.
So how did you spend the rest of your summer then? So you studied, you must have been so burnt out when you left for Paris.
I have to admit, yes, I was quite burnt out and I really needed that break. I felt like it came at the right time. So my break was more about like resetting my nervous system because I think I was like on a very high stress level with all that I had to handle. So I was very lucky to have like a moment with my mom. We do that every year. We go 1 week on a thermal spa.
Amazing.
And I was like...
Sounds delightful.
It was. Mud wrapping every day. And like, honestly, like I felt my body. I was like taken care of and I was taking care of myself. And you know what? It's that moment where we have to think about ourselves as well. We can't just like give in and give in and give in and just not like resetting ourselves.
I agree with you. Summer's so hard because, you know, my kids didn't do a day of camp this summer. So I felt like we were on... It
must have been full on for you.
It was full on and we're on a crazy schedule. And when we were back in England, it was, you know, trying to say to them, look, Mummy's working for the next 4 hours. Can you entertain yourself? And then I would like come out of the office and, you know, the younger one would be on her iPad. And I was like, how is she still on her iPad? Like 4 hours on an iPad.
I know. It's quite of a challenge when you have younger kids. I mean, mine are older, so I don't have the same challenges during summer. And I may say I'm a bit freer than you, I suppose, when like it's full on and you have to do everything like to entertain them, as you said.
Yes.
Like all day long. So yes, so I think like we are in September now.
I was so excited to get the kids back to school.
Yes.
Just to get the routine. To get the routine.
Yes, to go back on track, right?
So as soon as we got back from Africa, I'd like booked myself to go to the gym. Like I was ready to get back on routine. I felt so discombobulated, you know, with the whole of summer. So, and it was nice because I've had like 2 weeks to really reset the hecticness of summer.
Yes, but what do you think like you managed to do during the summer to take care of yourself?
During the summer, I feel like I was out of sorts because we were, you know, different time zones, we were traveling, and, you know, I did come back tired. But one thing that I had booked and had in my diary was an appointment with the menopause doctor.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was quite exciting.
But you felt you needed like to have like a check?
Well, for the last, I would say 6 months, you know, my periods have been so short. You know, my cycle's been so short. The actual period has been long. And I just feel like I'm, you know, in between, like there's no time where I'm not on my period or not feeling the symptoms of the period.
I think it's very common what you describe, you know. It's like the beginning of perimenopause where the hormone, the estrogen and the progesterone fluctuates. I mean, the estrogen don't stop fluctuating up and down, but going down the hill. But then you may not have enough progesterone as well, like progesterone gradually
that's
stops.
actually...
This is why you have shorter cycles.
That's actually what the doctor recommended. They put me on a course of progesterone. So I've already started taking it. And then I have to go back on day 2 and test my bloods and see, and see next steps from there. So I'll report back. But the funny thing is I actually bought a pill box. My kids were laughing at me. So now I have, they call it like the old person box.
No, it's not. It's about organization.
That's exactly what it is. On Sunday, I get my supplements together and I refill my pill box again. And I'm not kidding you. It's actually keeping me, you know, on schedule, being disciplined about it. I wasn't taking my supplements regularly when they were just sitting in the bottles. So to all our listeners, I highly recommend getting an old person's pill box. It is, you know, the one thing that can, you know, change your route. Yeah, it can help you and be consistent because consistency is the only way. And I'm not sure if I don't take my progesterone one night what that means, but I'm sure it, you know, will lead me back to, my frustration of getting my period so frequently.
I see.
What about you, Sandra? What self-care did you do?
I think as we said earlier, I really needed a brain decompression because I think my brain was too full on, and I needed really to empty it. So what I did for that, on the top of being pampered, I read 4 books in 2 weeks.
Oh wow, Sandra, 4 books in 2 weeks.
Yes,
that's crazy.
This is a moment where I disconnect. I'm resourcing myself. With reading.
What did you read? Share one of your favorites.
Oh, my favorite this summer was a Lucinda Riley series called The Seven Sisters. I'm already at book 4. I read 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
Last year, and I'm on number 4.
Yes.
It's the story of the sister of the Pleiades. So it's amazing. It's really about empowerment, how women manage to get through last century, to raise family. It's about love, joy, heartaches as well, and life basically. But it's interesting to see all those women.
Yeah, let's definitely link that one in the show notes.
Yes, and different countries, different continents, how they manage to raise their game and to be independent, etc. So very interesting reading. What about you, Shabrina?
I love to read also, and summer for me is a time to actually read a paper book because I like to disconnect from my phone. And it's really hard when you're reading Kindle on your phone or, Apple Books.
So you're not a Kindle girl?
I do, September onwards. But during the summer, I like to travel with a book.
It's a special feeling, isn't it?
It is a special feeling to turn pages. Yeah. And I feel like it's a great way to, save your sun lounger, too. But I read this amazing book. It's called, I actually read it in Africa. My sister-in-law recommended it. It's called The History of Burning by Janika Oza. And
I never heard about this book.
It's such a great book.
What is it about?
It's about the family patriarch. He leaves India. He gets tricked into leaving India to go to Africa to build the railway, the East African Railway. And it follows the family over 4 decades.
Oh.
And towards the middle of the book, it's about the expulsion of the Indians from Uganda and Kenya, and them having to leave and go to the UK and Canada. So the story just resonated with me because that's where
story,
exactly. So
I'll give it a go.
Yeah, give it a go.
Yes,
give it a go.
Yes.
And
sounds very interesting.
I have something to read too now. 4 books, so I might be done next year sometime.
You never know. When you get caught in reading a book, sometimes you can't leave it, right?
Definitely.
Can't read it. So summer can throw us.
Yeah,
out
summer
of our routine,
throws
right?
us through the chaos. I tell you, Sandra, the minute the kids, went back to school, just felt a sense of relief because I was able to, get my life back on track.
I'm back to my routine.
Yes, back to routine. And I think for our listeners, a lot of women, they're back from their vacations, their kids are back into school. And we wanted to really focus on how you get that inner reset, things that you can do.
Yeah, I think it's really a moment where we can recalibrate ourselves because, as you said, we were really out of our routine. We did things a bit randomly as it came, right, during the day. It's about recalibrating ourselves and giving us back that self-care and that clarity of what do we want to achieve and how do we realign ourselves.
Exactly.
Right?
So Sandra, you're going to give us some tips today. You're going to give the listeners some tips. So let's start with your first tip for just recalibrating.
Yeah. I think shall we backtrack a little bit and to understand why a woman will need a reset first?
Yes, that's a great way. I felt like I needed it straight away.
What makes you feel you needed it?
Well, I came back from vacation and I had, I don't think my kids had eaten a vegetable in 3 weeks and we had been gone.
They were on pizzas and fish and chips.
Well, they had really great food in Africa. The food was amazing, but they're eating all their favorite foods. They're on vacation, like the burgers, the pasta. They did have some fruit because the fruit was great. But even I was off. We're all not drinking enough water. Celebrating a little bit too much. So I came back exhausted and,
Yeah.
feeling heavier.
Yeah. You can feel bloated, you can feel irritable.
No, I definitely was heavier.
Yeah.
I definitely had more weight around my midsection.
It's okay. I think I suppose like if you are aware that it's happening and it's okay, you have a good time, it's okay as well to have those moments in life. You can't be always in that like on that path, in that line where I have to be perfect, I have to be perfect.
Oh,
I think
definitely.
like, perfection is not like...
Well, that's why I work out, so I can enjoy summer. No, I'm just kidding.
So yes, we are talking about drinking water. I think it's very important because when you're on the go and during the summer, you are easily dehydrated.
Yes.
And I think like it's very important. Now, let's remind ourselves that we are made of water. More
And it's
than
hard to always
65%.
find a bathroom. So you're,
I imagine like on the safari, you must have been like hectic.
Oh my God. I was like getting up, super early to drink my coffee because I was scared that I would need to go. And you can't get out the van.
Yeah. So then like when you go back in your routine, I think like go back to simple habits that are very important. It's a great start, don't you think?
Yes, great start.
As you said, going back to eating the gym because you felt you needed it, going back to having the right amount of water, hydrating yourself.
Yeah.
Is key. It's just simple things. But I think like what's important as well is to be clear on the boundaries that you put as well back in place, knowing how to say no, knowing like you have your self-care time, not throwing yourself into September and then thinking, oh, I have to take care of the kids, I have to take care of the house, I have to take care of my work, and I'm juggling again, and then things are...
Which I felt this week actually, with my husband being away. Like I'm doing the juggle. But yeah, setting boundaries is hard and saying no is hard too. So you're right. It's about time to...
Yeah, I suppose it's a constant learning.
Yeah.
It's a process. It's about like trying to find a way to have those pocket of moments for ourselves and saying no when it's needed.
Well, the other night I was just so exhausted and I like walked the dog and just went straight up to my room and said to the girls, good night, Mummy's going to bed now. And I got into bed and I put Amazon Prime, and I was like catching up on a show.
Yeah. And how did it feel?
Oh, it felt great.
Yeah, exactly.
It felt great. It felt like I was doing something naughty hiding in my room from them, but I truly needed like a moment of downtime. So I'm glad I took it.
Yeah. I can understand. But you know what I decided to do starting September? It's like starting half an hour later in the morning. And I think that time for myself to be able to do everything I want in the morning.
Yeah.
Making sure I can go on a walk and not rushing. Making sure like I can do some breath work. I can do a bit of meditation. Getting ready.
Getting ready in itself is such a great form of self-care.
Yes, not rushing into the day and saying, oh, I have to go into my desk or going to the clinic and just rushing. I said, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah.
I want just to arrive and to be just, and doing whatever I need to do before starting. And it's a big change.
Well,
it's just 30 minutes, but it's a huge change.
Okay. Well, let me know how that one goes.
Yes.
Whether you can keep it up or not.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see.
Yeah. What about food? I think food is a really big one because, as I said, we were eating, we weren't eating badly, but we weren't eating the foods that we're used to eating and probably the quantities too. And, the minute I got back, actually on the plane, I was doing an Ocado order so I could have groceries for the next day.
That's amazing. Very well organized, I should say.
I was panicking. I was like, oh my God, my kids are going to want to eat takeout again. And then I cooked like some fish with some kale and green beans and, try to cook
kale, very good for detoxifying. Liver support.
Only one of my children eats it. But anyway, I put the food on the table and the girls looked at me and they were like, I thought we were going to get Shake Shack. We missed it. And I was like, oh my God, I could probably count, on my hands, they must have had like at least 15 burgers the whole time, at least, that we were away. And I was like, I can't believe you want another burger. So it feels hard for people to adjust, right, into their right routine.
Yeah, so I think I thought I was really reflecting on that during the summer, and I decided to launch like a 7-day reset program. Because I thought,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Sandra. And I've signed up for that too. It's amazing. I can't wait for it to start. Do you want to tell our listeners a little bit about the 7 day?
Yes. You know what I thought? I thought, you know what? It's good you ease into your routine, but like if you have a gentle guidance on how to restructure your plate, how to understand where is the benchmark of having a balanced meal with enough protein, enough carbs, a variety of vegetables, fruits, and what does it look like? It gives you an idea to start to ease into the autumn period.
So set a good habit.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell our listeners a little bit more about this reset program, because, I'm quite excited for it. It's a good reminder. Even though I know this stuff, it's like a good reminder.
Yes, yes. So it's an easy to follow plan. It's not complicated. There are not a lot of cooking involved. It's not an Ottolenghi 7 days program.
So it's
right.
So it's 7 days of meals.
Yes, breakfast, lunch, dinners, and with like a variety of foods, seasonal produces, and everything will be like really like it's delicious recipe. All are tested, of course.
Oh, yummy!
I work on it. Yes, yes.
So
yes.
what are just give 3 of your favorites, or give us a breakfast idea, a lunch, and a dinner.
So I have an amazing granola recipe,
Oh,
homemade like granola recipe.
I love granola.
Yeah, some smoothies, a lot of dishes like with fish base, vegetarian for the one who are vegetarian. So it's very adaptable. It's not like if someone are like some requirements, you would be able like to.
And are they kid friendly?
Why not? Yes, why not? I mean, you can bring the family with you in the process.
Nice. And what are the outcomes? Because 7 days seems quite short.
Yes, it's short, but it gives a good. You can grasp what a balanced meal could look like, and in 7 days, I think you can begin to feel lighter. You can begin to have your head like clearer as well. You can sleep better.
Your hormones.
Exactly. Of course, like all the recipes are like tailored to rebalance your hormones.
Right.
So it's really like you may feel like you are ready to tackle the day and you don't like, you're not waking up like feeling a bit like
sluggish
crap. And then, so I think like it's a good start.
And you give all the groceries too. You give a grocery list, which
yes,
I think
list,
is
definitely
like one of the biggest obstacles, right? Is meal planning. And then, knowing what groceries to buy.
Yes, and there will be some preps to do before during the weekend before we start on Monday, like that. Everything gets organized and like.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited. Where can our listeners go to find out more information on this one?
Yeah, so they can go on my website, orionmeta.com.
And we'll link it in the show notes.
Yes, we will put it on the show notes as well.
And it starts on.
We should talk about the dates.
Yes.
You're right. 15 to 21st of September.
Yes. Yeah.
So it will be very seasonal.
Yeah. No. Super excited to do that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I'm very excited.
Yeah. And there's a WhatsApp group too. So if you feel like you're falling off the wagon or you have any questions.
Yeah, sharing your successes, your challenges, and like I will be here to offer gentle guidance during the 7 days.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
Yeah. So what else? So we talked about water. We talked about food.
We talked about boundaries as well.
Yes, and I think one of the most important things is sleep.
Yes.
Yes.
Sleep is very important because some women like may not have been sleeping well during the summer. You have longer days, and then the light might wake you up, and you have early mornings.
I know my kids complain about that. We can't go to bed. It's light outside.
Yes.
I'm like, just go to bed.
It's late. So so we're going to go into like autumn, but winter, and we're going to have shorter days. So it's very much about like preserving that like quality of sleep and the number of hours that we need, not to start the autumn and the winter in like.
So establishing like good bedtime routines, like and re-establishing them too.
Yes, because I mean our circadian rhythm might have been a bit like checked with all like.
No, definitely, and also time zone changes, like people are traveling.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a reset, an inner reset to go back to our routine and to set maybe new challenges to ourselves if we want to, but to do it in a very gentle way. not to go into that period of time harshly with like detoxifications programs or being harsh on the gym, like I need to hit the gym at this level every day, or what do you think?
No, I agree with you, to take it slow.
Yeah.
I think I jumped straight back into the gym, and I was going, more frequently than I would. But, even I've leveled out because it's hard to balance everything. One thing that I'm going to do is actually try not overschedule myself, because I feel
it's an amazing resolution.
Yeah.
Not overcommitting, basically.
Yeah. Because then, even it just exhausts you even more.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about to have like a reasonable expectation on what we can achieve on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I hope like our listeners might have picked something here and there.
Yes. For their inner reset.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if you are interested in joining Sandra's reset program, just reminder to go into the show notes. And we look forward to speaking with you on our next episode.
Yes, our next episode will be about the outer reset. So stay tuned. It's coming next week.